Hello everyone, this is Shankar. Welcome to Swadhyaya for UPSC. This video is somewhat different than the other subject videos as we are not going to discuss any subject here. The objective of this video is to help all the civils aspirants who are writing this UPSC prelims exam this year 2020 on October 4th or August 4th. So as the prelims examination is tough in the primary stage, first stage itself, every mark of your score is very important. So I have come up with an interesting video, an innovative video with the heading Clear Prelims 2020 with Keywords and Common Sense. So keywords and common sense plays a vital role in boosting up your score, increasing your score by 30%. Let me say 15 to 20 marks you can score better than the traditional approaches which we aspirants usually go through. And of course, this is what I applied even in my part of preparation, which really worked out for me, and I'm very sure that it will also works for you as well to increase your score by more 15 to 20 marks for sure. I can ensure that. But here, what do you meant by clearing prelims through keywords and common sense? I don't mean to say that all the questions can be solved, but definitely 8 to 10 questions can be solved without having any kind of knowledge and preparation. Especially it works for economy and other current affairs related modules. And I will show you how we can do that. So I took the previous year question paper 2019 as well as 2017, and I will try to prove you that you can increase your score by using these keywords and your common sense. So let's start with our discussion here. So here the strategy to increase the prelim score, keywords and common sense is the most important points to remember here, and that going to play an important role to increase your score by 30% only through keywords and common sense. So please have an idea on this discussion, and please do follow each and every question which we are about to discuss now. Here comes our first question. With reference to Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, consider the following statements. So these are all comes under 2019 itself. Here comes the first option. AIIB has more than 80 member nations. So there is no keyword or any way to highlight this. Maybe it is a positive note. India is the largest shareholder in AIIB. So here comes the point. India is the largest shareholder. So without knowing any knowledge or anything information related to this AIIB, you can have this idea. Largest shareholder in AIIB. Then what about the other Asian countries like China and all? Question mark rises, and hence it is one point which we need to keep it away. And coming to the third statement there, AIIB does not have any members from outside Asia. So any members is the trigger again. This is the keyword again. So AIIB may be having other members as well, at least the observing status at least. So we can have that thought. So here these are the two triggers which you need to remember. And as these are the most important keywords in a negative way, these two can be seen as a negative way, and these two can be easily said even though you don't have any related information on this so-called AIIB, you can easily say that these two statements are wrong. And now apply your common sense there. AIIB has more than 80 member states, one only, and hence that is the answer you need to highlight. And then comes the second question. Here is the second question. Consider the following statements. Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board is the first regulatory board set up by Government of India. Is the first regulatory board. This is what the negative one, the keyword there, and hence more probability to say that it is wrong. One of the talks of this so-called regulatory board is to ensure competitive markets for gas. So there is no keyword or nothing, and in a positive way we can look that. So 2 may be the answer, and hence you can eliminate the third option there. You can eliminate that third option there. And at the same time, the third statement, appeals, very important, against the decisions of PN to go before the appellate tribunals for electricity. Maybe that is also one of the point to remember. So first one is a negative one, no, nothing. Second one may be correct, and hence the third one, against the decisions go before the appellate tribunals, there is also no keyword to have a thing, and hence this might be also correct, and more probability 50% chances are there to say that 2 and 3 are correct, and hence that is what your answer is. So Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, if you have an idea, with basic idea, that it was set up in the year 2006, but India got independence in 1947, and our regular administration starts from the 1950s itself, and hence 2006 and 1950s there will be a controversy. If you have an idea, if you don't have an idea, you can simply start with that common sense, use that common sense. First regulatory board. So first regulatory board, no, it is always a negative thing, a wrong statement, and hence we eliminated that, and hence your option is B. B is the correct answer there. And then comes the third question. In a given year in India, official poverty lines are higher in some states than in others, because, so you can use your common sense. See, there are no keywords here, only, extreme, adversely, such a type of keywords we cannot come across, but you can use your common sense with the simple basic information. Poverty rates vary from state to state, it is correct actually. Price levels vary from state to state, and it is also correct. Gross state product varies from state to state, it is also correct. Quality of the PDS varies from state to state, it is also correct. But what here the question is asking, poverty lines are higher, so it is stressing the word poverty, and hence C and D can be eliminated, because nowhere these two are going to eradicate the poverty completely. And coming to this A and B, means 50%, 50 is to 50 is the chances. And if you do apply your logic there, because of the price levels, poverty varies. Because poverty in one definition with the common sense, where basic needs, where an individual, where a citizen of a country cannot afford to get it, so prices are going to make the difference. So B can be seen as a superset of your A, means A can be seen as a subset of B, and hence you need to give the highest preference to B, and that is why price levels vary from state to state is the answer for this question. So this is a simple common sense question. No need to have that much deep understanding regarding the poverty, types of poverty, price level mechanism, control of inflation. Such a type of deep concepts are not at all required for this question to answer. And then comes the fourth one. Consider the following statements. Some species of turtles are herbivorous, some species of fish are herbivorous, some species, again fourth statement, some species. So here when there are all similar points, similar statements, that too in a positive note, then we can say all are correct. Then we can easily highlight that all are correct, even though you don't know about turtles or herbivorous concept, or the marine mammals, or the viviparous snakes, poisonous snakes. So these are all the correct statements itself. Why? In the sense all are having a positive note, which is clearly saying to understand with a basic common sense itself, and hence this also comes under the basic common sense and the keyword itself. And then comes the next question. Consider the following statement. See, if you don't know about this climatic changes or the international protocols, even though you can easily attempt this question with your basic common sense and the keywords here. And here comes, under Ramsar Convention, it is mandatory on the part of the government of India to protect and conserve all the wetlands in the territory of India. So here the trigger, the keyword is mandatory. Means it is compulsory for the government of India. So it is having some restrictions. It is showing some forcible limitations on the government. Pakka government should do this. Where it is not at all possible, and hence mandatory is the keyword there, which is putting stress on the government in this statement, and hence we can say that this is wrong. And when one is wrong, you can eliminate the first option and the fourth option, and here comes the 2 and 3 options. So let us observe this second statement. The wetlands conservation and management rules 2010 framed by the government of India based on the recommendations of Ramsar Convention. No keyword, and it is a positive note. So 2 is right, and then you can apply for your options, and here 2 is correct, and hence you can say that B option is correct. Obviously the third option will be correct. So this is what the logic you need to put it in the examination point of time. So this is what easily you can understand, and easily without having that basic sense of knowledge regarding any topic or any subtopics of our syllabus, you can easily give this. And then comes the next question in 2019 itself. In 2019, the next question, consider the following statements. Coal sector was nationalized by the government of India under Indira Gandhi. No keyword, nothing, and maybe there is a probability to say that it is correct. Let us assume. And now the second statement, now is the keyword. Coal blocks are allotted on lottery basis. Now in the sense, the common sense. Now is a trigger word, an extreme word, so obviously it will be wrong. And apply the logic. The third statement, even till recently, again it is an extreme word, and hence that extreme keyword, you can eliminate that statement directly, and hence your option is 1 only. So coal sector was nationalized, even though I don't know whether coal sector was nationalized under Indira Gandhi or not, but I just assumed that it is right. And the extreme words literally now and till recently are to be eliminated, and hence your option A is the very correct one for this question. And then comes in the same 2019, the seventh question here. Most of the India's external debt is owned by governmental entities. So here the extreme word is most of the India's external debt. Most is the word which is highlighted, and hence that as it is the extreme word, you can eliminate that. And here all of the India's external debt is denominated in US dollars. So here all of the India's external debt, all is the trigger, again a negative one, an extreme word, you can eliminate that, and hence your option is neither 1 nor 2. Very simple. Even though you don't have that knowledge, it is very easy to pick up the right statement, and it is only applicable only for the preliminary examination, not for mains. And then comes the eighth question there. Consider the following statements. As per law, the compensatory afforestation fund management and planning authority exists at both national and state levels. No keyword, nothing we can come across. So assuming that it is a positive one, let us imagine that it is correct. People's participation is mandatory. So again, mandatory is the extreme word, a negative one, which is putting that pressure on the people participation, which is not at all an approach, I mean a positive approach, and hence this is negative one, and hence it is wrong. And go through your options, option 1 is correct, and that is what the answer even officially given by our UPSC. And then comes the ninth question. With reference to India's 5-year plans, which of the following statements are correct? So here, from the second 5-year plan, there was a determined thrust towards substitution of basic and capital good industries. I don't know the meaning of this statement, let us assume. But there is no keyword which is in negative way or in an extreme way. So more probability to say that it is correct. Second one, the fourth 5-year plan adopted the objective of correcting the earlier trend of increased concentration of wealth and economic power. I don't know the concept behind that, and as there is no extreme and keywords, imagine that this is also correct. Third one, in the fifth 5-year plan, for the first time, so this is what the trigger in a negative way. For the first time, the financial sector was included as an integral part of the plan, and apply your common sense to rebuild your confidence on this question, because fifth 5-year plan onwards, financial inclusion, financial sector as a part of planning, no, right from the first 5-year plan it was included, and hence obviously it is damn sure wrong one. And apply the same for your options 1 and 2 only is the correct one, and that is what the answer is. So with a simple technique, simple keywords, identification of simple keywords and applying your common sense will make this. 10th one, this is also from 2019 itself, regarding Maternity Benefit Amendment Act 2017. I don't know, I never ever studied about that, and I am failing to recollect the concept even though I studied. So in that perspective, let us go through the statements. Pregnant women are entitled for 3 months pre-delivery and 3 months post-delivery paid leave. No keyword, no extreme word. So let us imagine that it is correct. Second statement, enterprises with crunchies means sitting, first sitting, third sitting, likewise sittings, must allow, so must is the trigger one, and hence this is the wrong one. Women with 2 children get reduced entitlement, so no extreme words here, maybe we can consider that it is also correct. So according to our assumption, 1 and 3 are correct, but there is no options given 1 and 3. And then you need to relook by applying your common sense there. First option there, pregnant women are entitled for 3 months pre-delivery and 3 months post-delivery. We cannot say what type of situations might come for a pregnant woman to take up the leaves. And hence, prior to 3 months and post delivery 3 months is not a correct statement, and hence our assumption saying that it is right is absolutely wrong now. So first option you need to take that out, and obviously the final one is your third option there, and hence 3 only is the correct one. So just apply, be cool and apply your common sense there. And now we are entering into 2017. See, 10 questions from 2019 where we can easily give our answers. We can solve these questions by applying our common sense and keywords itself. Nothing more than that. Without having any knowledge on any topic of our syllabus, you can easily write this. So 10 cross 2, 20. Okay, let us take only 8 were correct and 2 were wrong. So 16 minus something, let me say of an around 14 to 15 marks is in your hand without having any preparation. So that is why I said this strategy of eliminating, or this strategy to follow by applying your common sense and keywords, are the most important criteria to clear this preliminary 2020. And now we are entering into the 2017 paper. The 2017 paper here. So the economic cost of food grains to the Food Corporation of India is minimum support price and bonus if any paid to the farmer surplus. So the economic cost of food grains, I don't know about this MSP and the Food Corporation of India or the price control mechanism of our economy part. So let us assume that. So here it is what it is concentrating, the economic cost of food grains, MSPs. So MSPs will be given for what? For the crops, basic understanding, basic common sense. Right from seed, giving those seeds for a subsidy till procurement was done, this MSP can be given. That is the basic thing we can, any serious aspirant can have this idea. And hence here let us see the options here. Transportation cost only, as the word keyword extreme word is only, we can eliminate this. Interest cost only, we can eliminate this. Procurement incidentals and distribution cost, this is a positive note. Procurement incidentals and charges for go down, this is also a positive note. But here now you need to apply your common sense that this so-called MSPs are not for go down charges. That will be taken care by the government itself under FCI. Basic knowledge here, and hence D is wrong one. Your option C is correct. Very simple, easy way to solve this question. And then comes 2017, another question. In the context of any country, which one of the following would be considered as part of its social capital? So here the trigger you need to highlight is social capital. I don't know about social capital, so let us understand how we need to solve this. The proportion of literates in the population may be a positive thing, because education, literacy all comes under the social aspects itself. The stocks of the buildings, other infrastructure and machine, this comes under the economic infrastructure, and hence as they asked social, this is economy, you can eliminate this. Size of the population in the working age group, working age also related to your economic infrastructure itself, you can eliminate this. The level of mutual trust and harmony in the society, so this is also a positive note, and hence you need to apply your common sense. For the social aspirations of any country, literacy or the literate, only literate people are not going to play a major role. And hence among these A and D, the most probable answer is your D. That is very clear with your common sense application, and hence your option is D. Likewise, you can easily solve this type of answers as well. And then comes with reference to National Skills Qualification Framework. I don't know about this NSQF. So let us see the statements there. Under NSQF, a learner can acquire the certification for competency only through. So only through is the word, and hence we can eliminate this. An outcome expected from the implementation of this is the mobility between vocational and general education. No extreme words, no keywords were found, and hence this can be seen in a positive way. And yes, vocational and general education both are needed for the skill development, and hence this is a positive one, and your option is B. Very easy way. And then comes with reference to the role of UN Habitat, same thing. I don't know about this convention mechanisms or the international protocols for the better urban future. Which of the following are correct? So UN Habitat has mandated by the UN General Assembly to promote socially and environmentally sustainable towns and cities to provide adequate shelter for all. Two highlight points, I mean two keywords which are extreme in way. One is mandated, compulsory, and shelter for all. Why we need to give shelter for all? For those depressed candidates we need to provide, and hence this is a negative one. It is a wrong statement. Its partners are either governments or local urban authorities only. See, only is the word again, and hence we need to eliminate this. But here only 3 is no option which was mentioned, and there comes you need to apply your common sense. Obviously third statement will be pakka. Third statement will be pakka, and you need to eliminate only is the thing, and hence you need to eliminate the second option as well. So second option in the sense A should be eliminated, C should be eliminated, and as there is no trigger here, 3 in the option 3 it is pakka. So as in the option 3 is pakka, the only left option is your B. And now to come up with this, as we assumed that this is a negative one, let us understand with a minimum common sense there. UN Habitat mandated by the UN Nations General Assembly. Yes, through UN Nations mandated, sometimes in other ways we can also say, I mean a technical definition, bookish definition, mandated is subjected, advised. It is a positive thing, and hence this will be not a trigger. And especially towns and cities to provide shelter for all. Yes, everyone may be covered under this UN Habitat. There might be a possibility. Even though if you are having that confusion, you can eliminate, as you are sure that this third statement is correct. Second statement only is there, second statement is wrong. Obviously, the leftover statement is your B. You can directly go through in this path as well. That is how it will work out. And then comes, what are the most likely advantages of implementing goods and services tax? I don't know about this GST. Let us predict. It will replace multiple taxes collected by multiple authorities and will thus create a single market in India. Let us assume this. It will drastically reduce. So here comes the point. What is that? Drastically. This is an extreme word. You can simply eliminate that without reading that statement as well. Third one, it will enormously increase. Enormously, again the trigger, you can eliminate this. And hence your option left is one only. Very simple. And then comes, what is the importance of developing Chabahar port by India? So here comes the points, and you need to apply both keywords and your common sense. India's trade with the African countries will enormously increase, and hence this is wrong. India's relations with oil producing Arab countries will be strengthened. So here your common sense. This is based on your keyword. This based on your common sense. Why? One port, all oil producing countries, nowhere it is related, and hence you can skip this, you can eliminate this. India will not depend on Pakistan for access to Afghanistan and Central Asia. Maybe this is a positive thing, may be correct. Pakistan will facilitate and protect the installation of gas pipeline between Iraq and India. So here apply your common sense. Between India and Iraq, maybe the MOUs might be signed, where because of Pakistan it will not. So because of Pakistan, India and Iraq are not going to sign the MCQs. That is of very sure, and hence this is also wrong, and leftover option is your C, and that is what your answer is. Very easy. And then comes, which of the following is a most likely consequence of implementing the Unified Payments Interface, UPI? I don't know about this. Let us understand. Mobile wallets will not be necessary for online payments. So this can be seen as a positive note. And then second one, digital currency will totally replace. This is the keyword, extreme word. You can skip, you can say that it is wrong. FDI's inflows will drastically increase. Drastically is the keyword. You can eliminate that. Direct transfer of subsidies to poor people will become very effective. This is the keyword or the extreme word. You can eliminate this, and the leftover option is A. Even though you don't know about UPI, you can easily answer this. You can easily answer this. And then comes, consider the following statements. Tax revenue as a percent of GDP of India has steadily increased in the last decade. So every time UPSC will concentrate and asking these type of questions related to the decadal analysis. So steadily increase in the last decade. If tax revenue, common sense, if tax revenue is increasing, why government will come up with these type of challenges like GST and all? Why GST is a big question, right? Tax reformations is not at all important for India. If so, the tax revenue, and here the extreme word is steadily increased, but in a positive note. But on a contrary, we can easily understand with our common sense, tax reforms are always welcome in India, and hence this statement is wrong. Coming to the second statement there, fiscal deficit as a percent of GDP of India has steadily increased in the last decade. See, every time government used to say, used to perform or used to make some policies in such a way that this fiscal deficits should decrease. But what it is saying that steadily increasing. If fiscal deficits is increasing, we can say that country is not developing, but we know that India is a developing economy, and hence this is also wrong, and hence your option is neither 1 nor 2. Simple common sense here. The 19th one, 2017. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Smart India Hackathon 2017? I don't know about Smart India Hackathon 2017, but let us understand how to use these keywords and common sense. It is a centrally sponsored scheme for developing every city of our country into smart cities in a decade. It is an initiative to identify new digital technology innovations for solving the many problems faced by our country. It is a program aimed at making all the financial transactions in our country completely digital in a decade. So here, if you do observe this, the first statement there, it is concentrating that it is going to what it is saying. Just a second. Yes, centrally sponsored scheme for developing every city of our country. Every city of our country. So here, every city of our country into smart cities in a decade. Every city, no need to convert into a smart city. You need to highlight every city of our country into smart city, because already there are some smart cities in our India, and hence it is not concentrating on those developed smart cities, and hence you can eliminate this. Second one, initiative to identify new digital technology innovations for solving many problems. It is a positive thing. There they not used all problems, they used many, and hence it is correct. And now comes, it is a program aimed at making all the financial transactions. This is an extreme word, you can eliminate this, and hence your option is B only. So this is what the common sense and keywords are playing a key role. And finally, in 2017, the final question, with reference to Manipuri Sankirtana, consider the following statements. I don't know about Manipuri Sankirtana. So let us assume, let us understand the statements by using the keywords. It is a song and dance performs. It is only a song? No, it is a song, and hence you can say that it is correct. Cymbals are the only musical instruments. Only is the trigger, the extreme word, keyword, and hence it can be eliminated. It is performed to narrate the life and deeds of Lord Krishna. Maybe it is a positive note. So 50-50 chances are there, 1 and 3, and your option is correct. And by eliminating this second extreme word in the options, option out mechanism, also saying that the B option is correct. So this is how you can say that these are the most important keywords, as well as the common sense, which is going to play a more important role in scoring, in grading up your score of an about 15 to 20, or sometimes maybe 20 to 25 marks also we can. Means overall 30% of your UPSC score can be easily covered by using your common sense as well as your keywords itself. So here we somewhere solved 10 questions from 2019 and 10 questions from 2017. So you please apply the same logic for your 2018 paper, because even in 2018 paper we can have around 7 questions of the same type, which you should try once. So my sincere suggestion is to read all the 100 questions of your UPSC preliminary, and these keywords will definitely help you to increase your score. And I hope this video is helpful to you all. Thank you for watching this video, and your suggestions are always welcome. Stay tuned, stay updated, and if you do like this video, please subscribe to my channel and promote this channel for the people. So thank you very much.